So yeah, take two at this parrot voice recorder app on my phone. Today wasn't as stressful as my Thursday during my work week. It's not as stressful, but I've come to realize, and I should have been realized this, that I'm not. I don't say I'm not accustomed, but I do not like to be around large crowds of people who are following each other. If that makes any sense. Um, a lot of things I speak on, or my attitude towards a lot of things I speak on, um, it reflects my philosophy on some of the things we can do and we're not doing. I think I made a 17-minute recording, like last week or something. It didn't go through because I need to update the app, right? So for me, I I mentioned Prophet of Doom 0888 or Prophet of Doom in general, and his bitterness a little bit. Because I do listen to him. I do listen to his videos and his commentaries and stuff. But it's like my coworker pointed out he may be bitter. He didn't. My coworker didn't listen to it, but I told him we got into conversation about like black people, African Americans, whatever, and we just got into it, and it wasn't crazy, but it was just like we conversated. Let me say that we conversated. Okay? We chopped it up about the condition and why we do what we do. And I threw him in there, and then kind of what he said would kind of like bounced off of me and bounced off of him. I was like, wait a second, Prophet Doom's kind of bitter. He's kind of a bitter dude. But one thing does remain: this fantasy life is true. Just that's a lot of that's where my anger most of the time comes from when I'm around these large groups of people. Is that um is that I'm around them and I see like, oh, no justice and da 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 da, and I go, yeah, yeah, and then I like get tired or I get hungry and I get thirsty, and that does alter your thinking and your mood a little bit. But I was just getting to that zone where it's like, okay, now what? Like now what? You know what I'm trying to say? Like, yes, we are talking, we're marching, and we're colors and shirts, but then what's really behind it? Who's really earning money from this? Who's earning a grant? Who's getting more higher up in the organizational New York City chain? You know what I'm trying to say? Like, what's really going on? Stop bullshitting me. And I hate that. It's like I don't bullshit myself really. Excuse me. But I try to give people and myself a fair chance to listen to whatever. Excuse me. But I think this was my last. Cause I wasn't in it was a People's Climate March, and it's not just New York City; it's around the world, supposedly. But my thing is, it's like people are just and when you can tell when I'm in that zone where if you were with me in like a crowd of people or on the sidelines of a crowd of people and you would just watch my face, you know I'm already in that mode of like just looking people in the face and seeing who the fuck they really are instead of this, oh, just be happy and clap and dance and yeah, we're power to the people, what are we doing, Arthur? Like you'll see my face analyze and break down every motherfucker's face I see. The wandering eyes, New York, I'm a tourist, everything. Not because I hate people or I hate what we've become. I dislike what we've become, but to know that you're not doing shit. The illusion, the fantasy that we just buy into and bite on every single day. Even back on my video on Comic-Con. Yes, it's a festival. It's festivity. It's festivus, whatever. Yeah, but that's a fantasy. I know I'm not Spider-Man. I like Spider-Man. I like the abilities he has. He can spin web and jump and acrobatics. I like that. Let's all try to, whoever like Spider-Man, let's try to obtain that type of growth towards that, peak performance of life and living a lifestyle. Not just buy keychains and buy shirts and buy video games and buy systems. That doesn't really accomplish anything. That just keeps it going. You know what I'm trying, and that's what I'm trying to say is that when you vote with your dollar, you vote with your eye contact, you vote with your fucking clothing you buy and purchase and wear. You vote. We all vote in everything we do today. And yes, we can vote by saying no to fracking and blah, 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 blah. But truth of the matter is, that's how a lot of the things you have and we have around us right now got here. People really don't pay attention to what comes from wherever. They just do stuff. And the ones who do, they either make money off of doing what they do. Like, they make money off of... I'm not trying... It's a scam. Not everything, but some things are scams, and when those scams are not explained or expounded on, you walk in there clueless and ignorant and not know what's going on around you. So yes, fucking smog and pollution is bad. No fucking duh. That's, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, it's no duh. This is not a, like, why must there, no, like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, to me, when you're literally seeing people once in a while, you see this person throw the TV out the window, you see that person stop smoking stuff, you see everybody one by one doing shit, I'll go right on, thumbs up. There we go. That's progress. But when you gotta wait 2-3 months, do all types of bullshit, and then say, this one day, I'm not gonna do any bullshit, I'm gonna put my feet first and do stuff that I don't usually do. Yay! And then 2 weeks later you forget about it, and then 2 months later you forget about it, and then you know, you go right back to your same routine. That disturbs me at my core, because you're lying to you, everybody else, and the universe. You're not telling the truth. You're not telling the truth and saying, you know what, I need to stop this. I need to change this. Nah, fuck that. Let's just keep doing it. So there's no means to an end with this shit. It's just continuous bullshit. Now, don't get me wrong. It can provide jobs, renewable energy, and you know, stop this and that. But it's kind of weird, because when you look at it when you step back and you look at how everybody is marching for what, I see marching and protesting as begging now. Like, I mean, probably in the 1960s and 50s. Oh, actually, no, fuck, I can't even say that, because it's the same thing. It's begging, no matter which timeline you have. When people have to get out their homes or get off their job, do something irregular that they don't really need to do and should not be able to do, should not do in the first place. And they take to the streets, quote unquote streets. You take to the streets and they yell and they scream. You're begging. You are all begging. I'd rather see 500,000 people on their knees, hands folded, looking up the sky and being on TV. We beg that you do this, versus I'm gonna look like I'm all for action. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna just wear a bandana and a shirt that says what I'm about. And yeah, green is good, black is bad. Yeah, walk the streets and oh shit, he's like, oh my god, you're a menace. You know, my god, you're really something to be fucked. Oh, I'm scared. You're begging people to change your life because you don't have that power anymore. That is also what irks me. That makes me want to scream, but like, just, you know, it's rageful. It really is, because then you're confirming to your children, this is how you change the world, by doing it this way. Don't get me wrong, it's not violent and it's legal. It's legal, so it's not really you know, there's nothing really that tells a kid, wow, this is crazy. It's just kind of like, wow, people are coming together and doing stuff. But it keeps that, like, fantasy and illusion I talked about, keeps going. This lie of, this is how we change the world, by not knowing what we, how can I put this? What's that word? Not knowing how you interact with the world, but wanting the world to interact with you. It's kind of like this reverse narcissism kind of thing. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, it's just like, I want this from the world. Hey, if you want that from the world, you gotta do this. Okay, I want this from the world, and I'm going to do that. See, I got you. I tricked you. And it's like, no, you got tricked. You're not tricking anybody. You got tricked. You got fucking bamboozled. And if you find and figure that out, what you do is you bamboozle the next person. It's like hot potato. Instead of it's a potato, it's a fucking grenade. And it hasn't went off in like a couple years or a few decades or a few centuries, but it's gonna go off one day and it's gonna not even kill one person, it's gonna kill a lot of people. And it's like, I may be rambling to some people. Some people know where I'm going with this. You know what I'm speaking on is not like this wacky world. This is legit. What is it doing? Like this, we have this knack, or people have this knack of just piling on problems. And knowing they're piling on problems and not trying to fix one and dedicate their time and mission to that, but saying, you know what, we can say it on the paper, but in action we can do something different and be able to know. Because in politics, they do the same thing and people don't check them. So instead of teaching people, because, oh, you don't have the patience and they're too ignorant, you rather bamboozle them and scam them, have a smile on your face, smile on their face, be a liar, be a backstabber, hope to not get backstabbed, and if you get backstabbed, you go, damn, I got backstabbed, it's a fucked up system. And now, instead of becoming a politician or activist, now you become like a revolutionary activist or a revolutionary politician because you got stabbed in the back. So if you didn't get stabbed in the back in the first place, you would probably become a revolutionary or activist, and whatever the case may be. So right now, everybody's playing the side that's winning. And when you get... Hold up. And bless him, sorry for that, you know, whatever. And when the person loses, they switch sides. So no one really has a stance in anything. They're just following the winning side. That's what you know. That's what, you know, really I dislike. Because if you stay on the side and you stand by and you don't move, and you go, yeah, good for you, wink, wink, nod, nod. Then it comes time for everybody to change sides to the, you know, change rooms, change tables, and change like musical chairs. Change chairs, and you don't get up. They go, hey, why aren't you getting up? You know, this is my stance. I don't like boxes being folded this way. No. Yeah, but, you know, if you don't change seats, then half of us don't eat, or half of us don't get our dream job, or half of us don't get that picture, or half of us don't get that attention we need. And you go, well, it's bigger than you and I, so let's make up our minds. Now you want to fight with you because you have a stance. You have a core belief that will not be moved by any means necessary. And you don't know what that is, because I don't know how they grew up or whatever, but that's not the name of the game. The name of the game isn't change the world. Like, they'll look at you in the face like, Gandhi's dead. Jesus, you don't just name people like who are dead because they had a core belief and did not move, and try to use that to scare the shit out of you on a subliminal level. And even if you don't move now, they just neglect you and abandon you and ignore you because you're not a part of their bullshit musical chair shit. And that's what this is all I get when I just stay around people in a large group. Because when you're around somebody on a one-on-one, you get a little bit of who they are more. But then when they're in a little group of 5 people, 6 people, then you see a different side of them that, you know, goes along to get along. Okay, then you see a group of like 20 people where it's like they may go in the corner, or they may be in the front, or they may be in the middle, trying to like keep it low key again. Then you see them in a bigger crowd of hundreds and thousands, and then you see them just acclimate to the mob. They won't really stand out. They'll just be sucked into the mob. And then you go, where are you? And then all of them answer, I'm here, because everybody's the same. It's weird. Everybody doesn't think they're the same. Everybody doesn't say they're the same, but they dress the same. They buy the same. They buy iPhone 6, iPhone 5, whatever. It's kind of hard to say. I guess it's hard for them to say who they are and dictate. You know, they don't know how to do that. They just know how to say they're not and then be what they said they weren't. But you know what I'm trying to say? It's like it's like everyone's groomed to be a hypocrite, to cause confusion, excuse me. And that's where I try to get out that whirlpool. That's what I'm trying to say when it comes to anime or games and anything else. I try to retract myself as much as possible, because I don't want to be bunched in with the people who fucking, you know, use this type of website or use this type of tool so much that I can't have a say against people on the opposite side. You need to have that say. You need to have that ground where it's like, I can talk about this and I can talk about that. Yeah, both understand me and we can both make progress, and not you're on one side of the fence and you're like, well, I don't like Green Hulk. I like Gray Hulk. Now, anytime some Green Hulk shit comes up that's really you feel passionate about talking about, you can't, because you're on the Gray Hulk side. You know what I'm trying to say? You're not on the side that you said, you know, you don't like, because that would make you a hypocrite. And even if you are, you're a hypocrite now, but now you're walking around like, well, I can do whatever I want anyway, but you're making more confusion. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm about personally not making more confusion. I'm not anti-progressive. Let's do something. Let's act like we're doing something. And that's why when I go to work or any work I do, I ever did in my life, where it was like pretend like you're doing something, act like you're doing something. It's hard. When I heard those words, I just shut down. Like I don't know what you're talking about. Because if there's absolutely no work, there's absolutely no work. Fuck off, leave me alone. If there's something to do, then there's something to do. It's not like there's something to do and I'm not doing it. If there's something to do, I'm doing it. But if there's nothing to do, I'm not doing anything. But there's nothing to do. Is that simple enough? Is that not simple enough? So, you know what I'm trying to say? And then you grow up to somebody with this belief, and it takes like one of those wacky, weird, rich, or abstract older man or older woman to really get you and to mess with you like that. Because a lot of people look at you and go, everything I just said on this recording makes no sense to them. And in the back of the head, their subconscious is yelling, "Oh my God, this guy's amazing! Hire him, talk to him, yeah." But the front of their head is like, "Well, if I include him in my workspace and my employees, he may get me in trouble. He may lose me money. I'm scared." People give into their insecurities and their fears on such a level that you thought that, like, we got past that shit, and it's not going to take 2 or 3 years to get past this shit. I've realized that today. It's going to take a while. It's going to take some blood, probably some bombs, some like sickness, some illness, some apocalypse. It's going to take some big shit, because to act like by marching and protesting, this is bad, why are you killing people? Look back on how we live. Give an intensive study to what we do on this planet every single day, then say some shit, and not just I'm mad or I'm emotional or my brother died from this sickness, I'm a march. Yeah, march. That feels good to let it out and, have sympathy, empathy, whatever the case may be, to move on in life. Yeah. But stay true to yourself and true to your cause. And not just, I'm hungry, I'm thirsty. But let me not say that. Let me say I'm doing it for a cause. Because now you're lying. So, and it comes to a point where it's like only Jesus or God can save us. Like that, the more and more I'm seeing certain shit, the more and more I'm just kind of giving to that, like, theory is like, you know what? People aren't just gonna just get it. People ain't gonna get it. And people kind of are afraid to get it, because once they get to where they think oh my God, I got an iPad and a job. Oh, I made it. And I come around and say, yeah, man, the iPad's killing you, man. It's taking away from your brain space and your trust in technology to remember shit more than your own brain. You're not exercising your brain muscle. Shut up, you don't know me. I don't know my struggle. Fuck you, I earned it. I ain't gonna, shut up. I got it. It's mine. It's like little kids. It's immature. The immature, insecure society is being blossomed right now. And it's starting to like grow a fucking antibodies and shit, where it's gonna have people just be on the lookout for people like me, where it's like, who are you? What's your name? What do you do? Get out of here, because you're not a part of the movement. And you go, hey man, this movement's killing you. I don't think you should do it anymore. Fuck you. I've been 2 years. I've been on the streets and you don't know me. So now everybody's so on edge that no one can talk to nobody. No one can even look in nobody's eyes. Everyone's scared of this person, that type. Oh my God, this person on the train wearing yellow hat and yellow shoes stabbed this person. Now every time you see a person with yellow hat and yellow shoes, you're gonna be cautious. And a person who wears yellow hat and yellow shoes is like, hey man, don't worry about it, it's nothing, blah, blah, blah. Then he gets killed by a person with red hat and red shoes, because he's just like, you know what? I think yellow hat and yellow shoes killed my. You know what I'm trying to say? This goes on and 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 on. And when you can't pick up on that pattern, you can't pick up on that cycle, you fall behind. Essentially, you're not fully like, you're lost, but you need to pick up on a pattern where you can read it and be true to yourself. Because the moment you're like, well, PG-28 is just talking bullshit, fuck him. I don't want to hear, fuck him. Unsubscribe or whatever, fuck him. When you respond like that, or anybody responds in that manner, they don't really want help. Do you think help must be whatever the fucking case may be? I look at it and say to myself, I can't do it. I can't be in the city, because I have not figured out the whole pattern or whole cycle, but it's like muck. It's like a giant barrel of like dirt, diarrhea, pubic hair, speaker wires, spoiled tomatoes. It's just a gunk of shit. And you can try sifting it. You can try burning some of it. Fact of the matter is, it's going to be there. It's going to change form and be something else that's not going to be healthy. So you know what I'm trying to say? It's like, it's if people want to be sick, I can't do nothing about it. It's not up to me to heal them. You know what I'm trying to say? I used to be on that tip 2 years ago. Like, oh man, I gotta, help people and heal them and say it's a better way. Now, I'm like, nah. Probably when necessary will come up, but it's one thing I don't like being around is a large group of people, hot. Hot and just stupid. Like no one's on the same bookshelf. No one's on the same book. You don't gotta be on the same page, but just be on the same bookshelf. No one's on the same bookshelf. Like I said, I'll even proof or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm trying to say when it comes to a show, a TV show, Walking Dead. I watch The Walking Dead. That's one TV show. Comes to anime, I watch like 3-4 shows, maybe 2 the most, because I fuck with like 2. Comes to buying clothes and buying this, not as much as I used to. You know what I'm trying to say? I'm changing my lifestyle. Some people don't change their lifestyle. They just change what the fuck they read and say, I changed my lifestyle. They change what they buy at Starbucks and they change their lifestyle. And I'm just looking at it like, any step is a good step, but don't kid yourself and don't kid me. I learned that when I went to Occupy Wall Street. I'm thinking that, okay, you know what? I'm a YouTube scholar, somewhat. I know something. I have feelings and passions towards this and that. I comment on people's videos. Heard people talking about certain things. I was like, what the fuck is that? I don't know anything. Even if they didn't know what they said they were, but like they didn't have validation and accreditation on what they were saying at the moment. To me, I was like, wow, I'm really not putting that foot forward. And in a way, I'm still not putting that foot forward to know everything about how everything moves. But I have noticed patterns. I do notice eye contact in certain cycles and certain times of day, times of night. I've noticed certain things. I've come to that place. But with other people, is I don't have time. I don't care. I want kids. I don't want kids. I want to go to war. My brother, you know what I'm trying to say? All these things people want to do. It's like people aren't in control anymore. That's why I say I'm going right back to the beginning, the protest, the march. People aren't in control at such a level. They beg. They beg for change from something else, not even like from themselves. They beg for change for something else. You know what's crazy? It's like, how can I put this? It's like, oh man, I'm thinking about like something with a doorknob, but it's crazy. You're begging for somebody to change you when you can change yourself. It's crazy. I don't know. But yeah, I didn't know it was gonna go on this long. 23, 24. Please let this shit upload to my Microsoft account, or my BlackBerry Link account, or whatever. But yeah, that's all I got. Kind of okay, so the speaker is just making sure. This is what I kind of have to say about this today. It wasn't, like I said, it wasn't harsh. It was just, I need to stop going to marches and protests. I need to stop going. This is like a meat grinder. We don't really have the gall to say, let's stop this. Let's not do that. Like, we don't have the goal to do it. We just have the goal to say, that's wrong. That's right. That's it. That's all we do. That's wrong. That's right. You shot a kid in the head and he was unarmed. That's wrong. Of course it's wrong. No fucking duh, that's wrong. What are you gonna do about it? What are people who shot that gonna do about it? Are you gonna go to? You know, I'm trying to think about this. For every kid or black kid, whatever, that gets shot, do the parents, do the people of the community make the effort to go to council meetings, police, precinct, council? Do people make any effort to change their lives internally and then externally? Is my point. You can't say stop shooting people. If you don't stop shooting people, I don't know, but stop shooting people. And then you go back in your house and you're still drinking, you're still gambling, you're still doing all types of crazy shit because whatever. So self-mutilation, self-destruction is your way of getting back at somebody, or the world for that matter. And if that's the plan to kill us all, you're going along with their plan and not your own plan. You don't have a plan. Excuse me. What's your plan? What's our plan? Our plan can't be, oh, there's a march. Let's go and march with them about this. That's not your plan. You didn't make it up. You didn't come up with it. You just followed. That's what I'm trying to say. And at that point, you gave up your power to lead yourself if you are going to follow at that point. So now what? That's what I'm saying. To me, I'm looking at an empty canvas right now. It's like you can paint, you can do these things, you can do this, but people are more interested in like hiding themselves. You know what I'm trying to say? It's like a survival thing right now. So it's not, people aren't trying to focus on more or less discovering themselves and discovering other people. They're just about, who am I? Am I this activist person? Am I this person who cares about animals? Who am I? I don't know. I'm gonna go to this event. Hey, I went to this event. Oh, I don't know where I'm at. Why are you? I'm here to, I don't know. Like, it feels like this dark painter artist gallery thing of like, we are all these people in black inside this giant Soho building or whatever, and it's glass and stuff, and we have all our paintings of ourselves, what we think we look like inside on like this canvas. That actually sounds like a good project to do. You can take it if you want. Take it, do anywhere. Just take it. Just give me some type of credit. But like people in black, just like, oh, I'm an apple with a bite out of it. Yeah. You'd be like, isn't that the Apple logo? No, it's my logo. I'm like, all right, go to the next person. I'm this person who likes romance movies, but I'm not romantic. I'm more evil and, narcissistic and conceited and romance. But you go, hey, romance goes both ways. Shut up. So it's like people don't want to hear the right answer. They don't want to hear the right. I mean, probably I'm wrong on everything I'm saying, but this is my observation and my point of view of what I'm seeing and how I'm feeling people out. Like, no, I'm gonna end it here. I remember I'm the pupil, you the master, and vice versa. So let's both get there together. I don't know. I'm just gonna end this shit.